We're going to now look at some really simple strength exercises that help to work the muscles in your lower back and around your hips. It's a pretty quick routine that requires very little in the way of exercise or equipment. Just a bench is the only thing I'm going to use. This is the sort of program I would try and get you to aim for doing 3 times a week if the lower back and hips are an area you're trying to put some focus on. So we're going to get started with just a simple glute bridge exercise. So we're going to have our feet flat on the floor, knees bent up, arms placed by your side. You can tilt the pelvis backwards, squeeze the glute muscles, the bum muscles together, lifting the hips upwards and rolling back down through your spine. Tilting backwards, squeezing upwards, making sure the push is coming from your hip muscles here, opening up at the front rather than a big tension in your back, and rolling back downwards. Using the same movement, but this time we're going to place our feet up on top of the bench so we can increase the effort and work through our hamstring muscles. So I'm going to have my heels up on top of the bench. I'm going to start by digging my heels downwards, almost trying to pull them towards me. And then while I'm doing that, I'm then going to lift upwards, pull hard through my heels, and slowly lower back down. Dig my heels down, pulling upwards, and slowly back down. Challenge the hip and back muscles together. We can do a very simple reverse plank exercise. So we're going to get my hands onto the bench here. Legs are going to be out nice and straight. This is our start position, dip low, and then we're going to squeeze the hips and back upwards and hold there. And back down. Squeeze upwards and hold there. And then on top of that, what we can start to look at doing is either a simple leg lift or a leg tuck, upwards and downwards. Trying to keep your hips and back nice and straight as you do so. Single-legged Romanian deadlift. This really challenges your balance and your coordination as well as the muscles through the back of the leg, so the hamstrings, the glutes and the lower back. So start standing, my weight's on my left leg, and I'm going to bend and hinge forward at the hips as I reach my arm forward. My leg comes out behind me, and then I come through nice and straight, lift the knee upwards. Reaching my arms forward again, leg kicks out behind me, and then coming up tall. You can allow a small bit of bend on the standing leg, but try not to turn it into a complete squat position. So the final exercise that we'll look at is going to be a Swiss ball rollout exercise. Now this can be done also using an office chair or some sliders if you've got them. If you've got a smooth floor, you can do something just to create a little bit of movement. But what we're really challenging in here now is our abdominals, our shoulder stability and our hips. So I'm going to start keeping my hips nice and straight, hands leaning onto the ball. And as I lean my weight onto the ball, I'm going to let my arms roll out in front of me there. Keeping abdominals working, pull your arms back towards and together. So leaning forward, letting my arms roll out, and then pulling back together. So give these a try, get them into your routine around 3 times a week to see if you can start building up some strength. There's lots of progressions that you can do in each of these exercises, so please feel free to send me some messages or comments and we can look at progressing your exercises to the next level.